Well, what we're looking at is the bottom side of my 1973 3/4 ton Chevy pickup. Yeah, 3/4 ton. Check out that stack of leaves, and then that overload leaf. It's a 1/2 inch thick up in there, way up in there. Yeah, there, I guess you can kind of see it. So yeah, quite a stack. I used to haul quite a bit on this thing, and it had these air shocks on there, and boy, you could just haul everything you can pile on it with those, and all your tires will, whatever your tires will take. And I used to put some pretty beefy tires. These are more, you know, since I've retired it out of the business, I don't, I just run some highway tires on it. Those are still pretty aggressive, but anyway, I've discovered some things that I need to do. This is kind of out of sight, out of mind. You don't see this stuff and you don't think about it, but this truck needs a set of shocks. I haven't put shocks on this thing in forever. And then again, I don't drive it a whole lot. Don't put many miles on it anymore. But still, I know those back ones have been on there forever and a day. So they need to go. And I have discovered also that these sway bar bushings, I think, are not good. They're cracked, and I'm going to need to replace those. That one doesn't look real healthy. There's some slack in there. I've got a real good front end guy, a guy that does alignment and front end work, and he did some work on my foreman's truck, and he did some work on my '02 Chevy, my work truck, and I've been very pleased with this guy. You know, I was kind of ranting about people taking pride in their work or not, or lack of it anymore nowadays, but this young man does a good job, and so I need to give him credit. But I think I'll have him do some inspection on these ball joints and stuff and really take a close look at it. But I'll replace these bushings. I can see that needs to be done. When I got this truck, the cab was loose on this truck, and it would bounce around going down a rough road in the orchards and stuff, and bam, 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 and the cab was, and I got some new bushings to put on these neoprene bushings, and boy, they have held up well. Of course, it's all bolted onto a new frame now. And let's see, what else was it I discovered? You know, at one time I took this thing in, I wanted some dual exhaust on it, and the guy at the muffler shop, I don't know why, I let him talk me out of it. He said, no, you're better off to go with this, you know, and he put these pipes on here, and he built an exhaust system, and he did a nice job, and that old Flow Pro it's called, I guess, is still good, and the exhaust is good all the way through. But I always just like the sound of split exhaust and dual exhaust, or not split but dual exhaust. So something I may do, and I recall not a terribly long time ago I did replace that carrier bearing. I know it's good, and I had this rear end rebuilt. It's a monster. It's a little 3/4 ton. Had it rebuilt many years ago, but like I said, I haven't put that many miles on it, and it's in good shape. But I noticed that it's leaking, and I'm gonna see if I can tighten those down at all, and I'll probably wind up pulling that plate off there and putting a new gasket in there, because I don't like leaks. But I'll also inspect the level, check the level on that differential lube, because I don't trust the guys at the Quickie Lube to do it, and this lift is going to help me a lot with things like that. Here 2 years ago I took my truck in, and I was getting ready to go leave on a trip, and I took it in to one of those Quickie Lube places, and I brought it home, and crawled in there and took a look, because that's what I do, and not one grease fitting had been touched. And I took it back and told the manager. The guy in the pit wasn't there when I got back down there, but I said, you know, this thing wasn't touched. And he said, well, you know, you don't have to do it every time. And the guy probably just thought it didn't need it. And my thought on that is, so there's a guy in the pit that gets to decide whether or not my truck needs to be greased. So what if the last 10 guys before that decided it didn't need to be greased? How come he gets to decide that it don't need to be greased instead of me? And although I'm paying for it every time, they just decide whether or not it needs to be done. And so now, you know, I just kind of watch them out of the corner of my eye. I don't crawl down there with them, but I just watch and make sure they do it, you know, because if you don't watch them, they'll charge you for it and then not do it at all. So, you know, that guy in the pit, he doesn't know that I'm getting ready to go on a 5,000-mile journey and that I want the truck greased. So that's life nowadays, I guess. But anyway, yeah, I got a few things to do. Shocks, differential gasket, and these bushings. That's a pretty healthy sway bar. It's a 1-inch, I guess, or yeah, big old heavy-duty rough riding rig, but you know, it's mine. It's what I got, so I'll just keep it and keep on driving it.